The Michael Berry Show.
I asked one of our show sponsors to come on because I've been trying to get him on for a long time, but he's always too busy to take time for me, but he's agreed to do it. His name is Jason Hollier, or this side of the Sabine, it would be pronounced Hollier, Hollier. In Orange and east of Orange, it would be Hollier. And he has a great business, family-run business. His whole family works there, called La Boucherie, the Butchery. You've heard me talk about them. They're on Kirkendall in Spring, and it is a phenomenal operation. I don't know if he started retail first and then went wholesale or vice versa. But you'll see his stuff. You go to CajunMeats.com. They have we eat once a week. We're very routine people. Once a week, we eat a stuffed dish, depending on which one it is. We have them in the freezer. My wife sets it out for the day on a day that she's going to be away from the house, puts it in the oven. It's an entire meal in and of itself. But they brought Louisiana flavors and recipes to Houston, and they're phenomenal, and I asked him to join us. Jason, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me, Michael.
So did you start as a retail location, and then you got into sending this stuff all over the world, or did you start sending this stuff all over the world and then open a retail location?
Yeah, so we started pretty small. We figured, hey, they got all kind of people coming from Louisiana to Houston buying specialty meats, and why can't we open our own place here? So off in 1960, back in 1995, we opened a little butcher shop, and we figured, hey, you know, we build it and they're going to come. It was difficult in the beginning. We basically started as retail and then developed into a wholesale manufacturer. That was the secret sauce for us. But now we built a new facility where we have a really nice retail attached to it, and it's doing phenomenal.
And what do you think changed that? What was that moment? What was that grocery store putting you in there, or big contract? What was that?
Well, whenever we got USDA inspected, what that does, it allows you to sell meat or poultry for resale. And we knew we had great products, but we were having trouble getting people off the street into our store spending money. That takes a lot. People got to realize you're going to open your own business. It's difficult to get people off the street and start spending money in your store. But we had good products, and we figured if we could sell them in other people's stores, that was going to be the secret sauce, and it was. We started getting into some of the smaller mom and pops like Prosix, Guy's Meat Market, B&W Meat Market. I
think I discovered y'all in
Bay
Rice
Area
Epicurean.
Meat Market.
Were y'all in Rice Epicurean?
They were our first chain.
Okay.
Yes,
that's
we
where
were. They were our first grocery store chain.
Okay.
Once we got into those smaller stores, the larger guys started seeing us. Next thing you know, we're in Kroger. HEB sees us in Kroger. We get into HEB. It started snowballing in a good way.
Is it Mike Project? My wife did legal work for him. I really, really like them. I think they're a great store, great family.
They're a great family.
You know, meat markets ought to have a great family story behind it. I mean, that's part of it. I know your dad, I think his name is Royce, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong.
Right.
Started the business, and I think he was from Abbeville. Did I remember that right? But
our
business?
family's from Abbeville. Well, we all started it together. My mom, my brother, my dad, and I were all founders of the company. We, blood, sweat, and tears. Mom and Dad were kind of the money of it all, and my brother and I were the muscle. And if it wasn't a family business, it would not have made it. If I was working for someone else, there's no way I would have sacrificed what I did. I had someone tell me the other day, I heard family businesses are tough to run, and I'm like, if it wasn't a family, it would not have succeeded.
I think you have to have pretty good family dynamics to make something like that work, because now you've got workload, money, all the other things going into that. I mean, stay tuned. You can find them online at CajunMeats.com. It's La Boucherie, and I want to hear your story. Coming up,
Michael Berry Show.
Your calls. I want you to be able to tell me your business in 20 seconds or less. Your name, your business, what your business does that fast. I want you to build it. I want you to rehearse it, and then I may have a follow-up question for you. But first, we're talking to Jason Hollier, who happens to be a show sponsor. The folks at Oracle, the National Chief Marketing Officer, Oracle is a major company, was in Houston and happened to hear our show and our business interviews. And then he started listening to us in L.A., and then wherever he's traveling, now he lives in L.A., now he listens to us on the stream wherever he is. But he said, I love when you talk to business owners. That's my favorite thing that you do. Can we sponsor that? Absolutely. Eddie Martini would love that. So this interview is sponsored by NetSuite by Oracle, and you can go to netsuite.com/Michael, my first name, for all the AI approach to your suite of HR, accounting, all of it under one roof. Jason Hollier is our guest. I just looked. I didn't realize y'all were in 293 stores, Jason. That's insane.
Yeah, I really don't even know the number. That may have be what popped up, but we sell to people, to distribution outlets that sell to people, and I say people, to other stores. So I'm not really sure of all the stores we're really in, but we're in a bunch. I know that.
On the website, it's 293. I don't know how you service 293 stores. Do you deliver the meats do y'all deliver those out of your shop?
Yeah, so we have our own 18-wheelers. We go to warehouses mainly to drop. We drop full loads. The warehouse will then take it and internally distribute it between its stores. Now, when we first got started, we did what was called DSD. It's direct store delivery, where my brother and we had a salesman named Matt. We would literally go out every day. We'd each hit about 4 or 5 stores, and then do it again the next day. That's how we built it up. So you build it up DSD, and then they end up putting you in the warehouse, and that's how we did it.
So the DSD, you would go in like we see people putting the chips out at the convenience stores. You would go in and place it on the shelf?
We would, depending on the store, we would, rotate their stock. It was time consuming. It was boots on the ground, but it's what it took to get these larger grocery store chains to actually allow us to go into their warehouse. We kind of had to prove it. Give us 30 stores. Let us show what we can do with these 30 stores. We'll show you the product selling. Next thing you know, they put you in the warehouse and you're in 293 stores.
Wow. And how long do you think you did that? Personally.
We did that for years. It took a bit. Yeah. Personally, I delivered for probably about 5 years. So what I try to tell all my guys at work here, and I have great employees, we're in the people business here. I was like, look, guys, I've done every job in this entire place, from cleaning the toilets to washing dishes to delivering to HR to processing the chickens. And my guys respect that. They like to see an owner that knows every part of the business, and it's been helpful.
I'm looking on the website right now, and obviously you've got fajita meats, you've got every kind of beef tenderloin, pork tenderloin, and all that. But when a good solid coon-ass comes in and says, what do you have from Abbeville, Louisiana? What do you have from Crowley? What do you have from Louisiana that I'm not going to get at your average butcher shop that I'm going to love? What do you tell them?
First of all, you got to try my boudin. Number one, it's a pork and rice
boudin. I love
product,
your boudin.
not a rice. Yep. The boudin, that's my grandma's recipe. I say, look, you start with that. If you don't like our boudin, you don't like boudin. But we've got crawfish pies that are, they're all handmade. Our crawfish pies don't go through some kind of machine. We use rolling pins back there. They're literally handcrafted. But we have tons of products. Our stuffed deboned chickens. We've got our bacon wrapped pork tenderloins. We're known for the turducken. But we have a bunch of products, especially in our retail. Like I said, the fajita meat is incredible. During Father's Day, that may have been one of our larger sellers.
It's pretty amazing to watch, to start from a little family-run business and grow and grow and grow like that. You told me a couple of weeks ago that the retail on Kirkendall used to be, I don't know, 10% of your business. Now it's 15 or 20, which of course is because of us and our listeners. But why did you decide to grow the retail when the big numbers are in the wholesale?
So the retail is the face of our company. It's where we get to interact with the public. We do a lot of our research and development in our butcher shop. We try new things. We ask customers, "Hey, did you like it?" We get their feedback. So we have a pulse on the community, and it's worked. The retail, it's where we get our reviews. It was strange before we had a big retail presence. Even though we're in all these grocery stores, we had very few reviews. Now we have 4.9 stars, and it's all basically because of the butcher shop.
Hold right there, Jason Hollier. It's La Boucherie. It's online, CajunMeats.com. Now I want you folks to call and tell me your story in 20 seconds. What do you do? 713-999-1000. This is your shot.